Hello, everybody! BeMetalways here. Welcome. The second review of 2021, and we're going with Voodoo Circle, Locked and Loaded, released by AFM Records on January 15th, 2021. Quick background on the band. Voodoo Circle is a German hard rock slash heavy metal band founded in 2008. It is a project of guitarist Alex Beirot. He is from the band Primal Fear, as you may know. He had this idea to rethink his personal vision of music, making some songs more based on his early influences such as Whitesnake, Yngwie Malmsteen, Deep Purple, and Rainbow. In 2021, this band boss, guitarist, and main songwriter Alex gathered the singer David Riedman from Pink Cream 69, bass player Matt Sinner, who obviously plays with him in Primal Fear, and drummer Marcus Kuhlman, that played with Glenn Hughes, among others. I find Voodoo Circle first two albums really nice albums, and they have some memorable cool songs that I still listen quite often. But after that I lost touch with the band, and I remember checking the latest album, 2018's Raised on Rock, with singers Herbie Lungens, and did not appeal to me. Now David Riedman is back, so he sang in all the other albums before the 2018's album, and let's see what the Voodoo Circle brings to us with David back on the vocals. Lock and Loaded is their sixth studio album. It features 11 tracks in 53 minutes. It's a bit too long for my taste, but okay, not a big deal. Overall, no surprises or any material changes from what they presented before Locked and Loaded. In the last few records, though, Voodoo Circle has really doubled down on their almost being like a cover band of Whitesnake. David Riedman, more often than not, sounds just like Coverdale. Is this a bad thing? Well, not necessarily, of course. Riedman is a great singer, and he's paying homage to a legend singer, but it does get a bit repetitive and frustrating that sounds so much like Coverdale. The album has a very nice opener, Flesh and Bone. This is an energetic song with great drumming in a very nice guitar solo. The same goes for one of my favorite songs, Straight from the Heart, that is also the same pace and energy level. Additionally, Voodoo Circle shine when they go a bit more progressive. For example, I really enjoy the groove of Magic Woman Child, and also certainly another one of my favorites. Then we have Devil's Cross. That's the longest track on the album, and is one of the only ones that really brings me back to the feeling, the sound of the first albums. So love that song for that. It's a mid-tempo, almost Sabbath-like, and it moves away from the Coverdale complex that they have in the band in the latest albums. It's a great song, and still with the longer song side of the album, there's Wasting Time, which is another highlight in my opinion. Previously, I liked when Voodoo Circle bring the bluesy elements into the forefront. In this album, they do, especially in the song that is called This Song Is For You. Unfortunately, this song reminds me too much of Still Got the Blues by Gary Moore. Maybe it's intentional, but it drove me crazy, first of all, to figure out which song was coming to my mind. I was listening to it. After a lot of thinking, I realized that it's Still Got the Blues from Gary Moore. And now I can't listen to the song because it's just, yeah, it doesn't work for me. I've already started to be picky, and I'll continue a bit longer. Despite being a well executed and produced album, The resemblance to Whitesnake is too strong, and as I said, it bothers me. The songwriting is also not as consistent, and some musical choices didn't stick the landing. For example, the title track has good moments. It's not a bad song, but that happy keyboard sound irritates me. And it's not throughout the song, it's just a specific moment. You will realize. Sorry to spoil the song for you on that one. And then the ballad. Yes, the only good thing about the ballad, Eyes Full of Tears, is the melodic guitar solo. Other than that, it's just another skippable ballad. As you may know, I'm not a big fan of ballads. One constant positive, though, in this album is the guitar solos. They are always very well thought and executed. For example, this song is for you that I mentioned, this bluesy one. There's a long and melodic solo. That's the best part of that song as well. By the way, to complete my pickiness here, I don't like the album cover that much. It looks like a Malmsteen live album for me. Alright, so let's wrap it up for Voodoo Circle. Voodoo Circle makes a melodic hybrid of hard rock and melodic metal with some bluesy elements. All good with that. I must confess that the best thing of this album, though, was that made me go back to the first couple of albums, which I really like. Those records had a better songwriting and a bit more character, in my opinion. Since then, Voodoo Circle has become too much a copy of Whitesnake, but luckily with some sparks of creativity. With that said, it's still a fun record to listen to. The songs I highlighted are very good, and I would put them hand in hand with some of the early materials that I like. You can't go wrong with Voodoo Circle when you're trying to have a good, hard rocking time. Since the good points overweighted the bad points by a little bit, I'm giving it 77 out of 100. Is just enough to still be considered a good album. So it's worth checking out. Thanks for listening, for staying with me in 2021. Please like, share, subscribe, help me grow, and be meta always.